Hey there, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Levitation. This is the supported method, and in this video, we're gonna show you how to take all of those different images you took of your subject, whether they're sitting on an object, they're interacting with something in your image, and we're gonna show you how to remove those objects so it looks like they were levitating in the final photo. This tutorial is broken down into 3 different sections. We have our intro in planning, which we're going over right now. We have our combining our subject together, where we're gonna take different photos of our subject and put them together using layer masking. And then we have our coloring and finishing touches, where we're gonna show you how to really take your image even after you've created the levitation effect and bring it over the top. And thanks again for picking up this tutorial. We really appreciate you guys picking up your tutorials from Phlearn.com to learn Photoshop and photography. We know you're gonna love it. Let's get into the tutorial. Hey there, and welcome to section 1 of the supported method of Beginner's Guide to Levitation. In this section, we're going to be going over the introduction and planning. We're going to be bringing all the images that we need together and showing you guys basically how to create a plan for the final image in Photoshop. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get all of our images together here in Photoshop. So I'm going to go up here to File, we're going to go to Scripts, and we're going to go to Load Files into Stack. Now, here we want to choose Use Files. I'm going to hit the Browse button, and we're just going to go right into our Pro Tutorial. We're going to go to Tutorial Images, and we're going to go to Levitation 3, also known as the supported method. And I'm going to shift click all of my images. So we've got 5 images together. Let's hit Open there. There we go. Now, the last thing I want to do is make sure to check Attempt to automatically align source images, because the images were all taken on a tripod. We want to make sure they're all aligned and in the same place. Let's hit OK, and basically Photoshop's just going to do some processing and get everything together, and we'll take a look at what it all looks like. Mary's doing a pretty cool pose right there. Where is it? There we go. Being a champion. We're going to be using this just for her hair, actually. I always like to take supplemental photos like this just for any details we need. Like if I needed details of her back, this would be really nice details of her back, but also her hair is going to be great as well. Okay, well, let's take a look at our photos. This is going to be our background, so 540 will be the background of the photo. Now, we've got different photos for different areas of the image. We've got some photos that are going to be, this photo will be for her arm, okay? This photo is going to be for her head and the top area, because the fog is really nice in that it separates her from the background. And this area will be for her legs. So, if anything, you're going to learn how to do levitation, of course, because we're going to be basically removing these objects. But we're also going to show you guys how to combine different areas of different photos. Like in this case, our subject is actually going to be made up of, well, 3 photos for her body and then another photo for her hair. So yeah, it'll be a really good lesson in how to combine all those things together. So we're going to start off by grouping things together and getting a good sense of where everything is going to go. So let's take this photo, 540, and I'm going to hit Control-Command-G on that, which is going to group it, and we're just going to call this layer background. Or this group rather, it's going to be called background. Okay, now we are going to basically group each one of these with itself for now, because they are going to be making up separate layers. Well, we can actually just group the 3 of those together as, yeah, you know what? Let's just group them all together right now. Shift click all of them, hit Command-G, and we'll double click, and we'll call this subject. Okay, looking good. Now, because we had, when we brought everything together, we checked the option for automatically align source images, and if there are any variation between different images, it's going to change the scale of some images. So you can see that this is actually moved just a little bit to fit in the image. So what that results in is sometimes you'll get a little bit of like overlap, just like that, where the images are not, all perfectly framed. And sometimes you'll get a little bit of area around your image. So we're going to take care of that with the crop tool. So we're going to hit C for the crop tool, and we're going to bring in from each of these corners here just a little bit. All right. There we go. And that's going to provide us with a little bit better of a crop. So let's hit that check button up at the top, and now we don't have any areas around the image. I do still have this little guy in the corner here, but we can take care of that with a layer mask. Not a problem at all. Okay, so we're going to create a new layer. Let's just group this together, and we'll call this extra. This is, we're going to do create a quick plan here on the image. It's going to help us get a good idea of what we're actually going to wind up doing throughout the tutorial. Okay, so our subject's body is going to be made up of, in fact, 3 different bodies. We've got her legs are going to be one photo, her head is going to be another photo, her arm is going to be another photo, and then, well, her hair is going to be another photo. So we've actually got 4 different photos that are going to wind up making up our subject. In the meantime, we want to get rid of the stool that's back here that is supporting our subject, and we also want to get rid of that jug. So we're going to be showing you guys how to do that, making nice, accurate selections in order to in order to ensure that it doesn't look like we just grabbed a brush tool and painted it away. We're going to have really great selections that really make it look as though it was perfect from the get-go. Yeah, and then we're going to be doing just some other minor things like this little area here on the window. We're going to be getting rid of that and any other type of distractions. We're going to be coloring this image. We're going to add some blue into the sky back here and into the fog, which is going to help really add some nice contrast. We're going to have blue coming from the window. We're going to have yellow from the floor and some nice orange from the light. We'll make this glow. There we go. That's the glow symbol right there, just in case you didn't know that. And then we're going to be coloring the rows as well. So we're going to have some red, yellow, and blue in this picture, which if you guys are into color at all, red, yellow, and blue tend to look very good together in photos. So that's why we're going to be doing that. And section 2 and section 3 are going to be spent combining our subject together. So the majority of the tutorial will be doing that, as well as removing anything that we need to in the background. And it's going to be a great tutorial. Looking forward to it. And that's the end of section 1. We'll see you in the next section.